Okay, so basics of Amtgard. Knowing when you're dead. So chest, stomach, back, butt, and groin are instant kills. So starting there, like the whole torso area, one shot there will instantly kill you. Anything from the neck, which is right here, to like the end where your shoulder is, that is also going to be part of the torso area, so that will be an instant kill.
So how do I know where's the line, torso and shoulder?
So normally, this is a pretty foolproof way of knowing, but if you put your, let's say I hit Kiara here, and she puts her finger right there and she moves her arm around, and if it doesn't move, that's her shoulder.
Got it.
If it does move, probably your arm. Any two limbs will result in death, so that's an arm and a leg, two arms, or two legs, or the same arm twice, right?
Okay.
If you get hit in the arm, and let's say that you have a sword, and I hit your arm, and then I hit that sword, you're dead. Which sucks, but it's true. It's considered your dead arm, so if you're holding something in it and I hit that, you're dead.
Okay.
If you get hit in the leg, there are two things you can do. You can either call posting, and then you can't move that foot anymore. It's like it's glued there. So you can only pivot. Like if you've ever played basketball, you can only pivot on that ball. If that leg gets hit again, then you're dead. Or you can go down and chill on your knees if you want to do that. As long as that knee, the knee of the leg that was hit is on the ground, that is considered your dead leg.
Okay.
The second that she lifts that knee off the ground and I hit it, she's dead.
Okay.
Right, so if I were to hit that leg, it doesn't matter if it's up or off the ground. Seeing as that's not the leg that I hit before, it's her live leg, is what we call it. That is also a death.
Okay. How do I know where my leg ends and begins?
Right. So same deal as with the arm thing. Let's say I hit Kiara like there. That's pretty high up, right?
Yeah. This is it.
Right. And so people tend to refer to like underwear lines, like for that. If you put your hand there and if it doesn't move, that is your hip.
Okay.
But let's say this is actually my upper thigh. That moves.
Gotcha.
Head and neck. So we all sign waivers. If you get hit in the head, I'm not gonna sign.
Okay, I'm like,
if I hit Kiara in the head, I would apologize because that's rude. But she's not dead because that is not a valid shot. Let's say I smack her ear a little bit and I smack her shoulder afterwards. She would not take the shoulder because I hit her in the head first. But let's say I hit her in the shoulder and then it comes up and bounces off and hits her in the ear on the way out. She would take the shoulder and I would apologize for hitting her in the head because that's rude. Neck shots are the same way. So if I were to stab her square in the neck, like ouch, ouch. Accidents happen, but that sucks. She's right. It is also rude, but she's not dead.
How can I tell what's neck and chest, shoulder?
I'm glad you asked. So I tend to use like collarbone. I take as torso, but anything above that, that's my neck. You know, over here, that's my neck. And for ladies, because we wear bras, kind of that right there. This right on it, I'll take as a shoulder. But this over here, that is very clearly my neck. Like right over here, this is my neck, but this is my shoulder.
Gotcha.
So it gets a little fuzzy back here, but that I'd say take at your discretion. But like if it's the back of your neck, that's my neck. That's not my back. This is my back.
Gotcha.
I mean, most of us are wearing sports bras that come up and cover.
Yeah.
So anything that would come up like into this area, like this is the neck. Please don't hit me here.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right, but that's past where my sports bra is.
Okay.
There you go.
How about hands?
Ah, here we go. Okay. So let's say that Kiara is holding a sword and I smack her just square in the hand. That is her hand and it is on a weapon. Therefore, it is not a valid shot.
Okay.
So it's kind of like an invisible handguard. It's just kind of covering her hand. But let's say I smack her hand and it kind of flops over and hits her wrist over here. That is a shot because there's no such thing as a partial block. Let's say I hit her hand and it's not on a weapon. That's her. Feet. So if her foot is on the ground, and that's just kind of like where the sock is, like here, ankle bones. Ankle, I mean, that's a leg, but like, yeah. If I hit her foot on the ground, it's like it's part of the ground. It's like part of the ground, so that is not going to be a valid shot to say, you know, foot on ground is believable.
Okay.
But if it's off the ground and I smack it, she's legged.
Gotcha. Now you've got some pretty beefy gloves on, but they're modified. You took the wrist guards off. Is that intentional?
Yes. So a couple different reasons for that. One, it's so, personally, I can feel those shots a little bit better. The flappy bits, the wrist cuff, even if like someone's not actually like intending to hit my wrist, I could still feel it bump there. It kind of becomes confusing. Well, did you hit me there? Did you throw there? What's going on? I should probably take it because I don't want to be a cheating person. So it reduces confusion all the way around. And yeah, they're pretty beefy like gloves because I enjoy having a job and using my hands. But they end right there at the wrist. I don't like how well you can see that. And I mean, these fit me pretty good. And they end right here. This is an arm right here. And I get hit there a fair amount when I don't block my shit.
Inside of that wrist.
Inside, yeah.
Tasty.
Yeah. So, yeah. So if we're fighting, here's my stance, right? It's a little wide. But I'm also like kind of expecting to kind of close on her too because she's shorter than me. But for the most part, this is kind of it. I can squat real easy like. I've got my toe generally pointed at my opponent here in the direction that I wish to move. I try to keep my weight fairly centered.
I see a lot of people when they start out, they want to do this, and I have no idea why, because this
T-Rex arms.
Yeah, it doesn't seem practical, right? But like, I guess like if you really wanted to swing, you've got to come back and like really like avoid that.
Yeah, this is terrible.
So just try to like keep your arm out there, like be active, like smack some stuff. Like we're here to smack each other. Let's do it.
Yeah. So I same way. I like to hold my hand out. I like to point at my opponent's shoulder, make sure I've got my hand in a good location to kind of block anything that might be coming up into these upper quadrants here. And then from there, just try to make sure I don't keep my hand low, like have it nice out in an aggressive forward area. And as far as where I'm holding it in my hand, I'm going to do it here because I've got the line. I've got this line across my palm here. I like to lay my sword there, and then when I grip it, it's like a modified saber grip. My thumb is slightly off center, and I'm really holding the weapon between my thumb and my pointer finger. And these are just to kind of help give me a little bit more control over where I'm throwing my shots. So this is terrible. This is how you break your thumb. Please don't ever do this.
How's that?
Please don't actually break my thumb.
I will not.
But if I'm doing this and like she throws a shot and it's a particularly aggressive, powerful shot, this can actually push my weapon back and like dislocate, break, tear ligaments, do all kinds of bad things to the thumb, and it's really scary and painful. So, but having my hand or my fingers in a situation like this where it's slightly off center, if she were to come and throw that aggressive super shot, it'll come through here, right, and not damage my delicate ligaments in my hand.
Gotcha. Am I forgetting anything? We good? All right. I really appreciate your time and have a good rest of the event. Thanks.